Hello, hi! I might be a bit late on the 13 Reasons Why bandwagon, but I suppose I could use that as an excuse for me not jumping on trends as soon as they come out. There's the guy who just made a fidget spinner video. Well, somebody finally committed a 13 Reasons Why suicide, and now I feel like I want to make a video about this series while hopefully simultaneously explaining why killing yourself like this, or anyway, might not be the best idea. Now before I continue, I will say there will be spoilers. I will be talking about the series as a whole, so if you haven't seen it yet, don't complain to me that I've spoiled things for you because I've warned you. So this series was absolutely amazing, absolutely fantastic, totally terrible, absolute shit. So 5 out of 10. The good thing about it is that it was well pieced together, a very interesting story, and it was really dramatic. I mean, I love that shit. The main thing that ruined it for me were the characters. It's not that they were bad characters, it's just that they didn't meet my expectations in terms of development. All the characters seemed to be brainwashed by the end of it, apart from Courtney. She was just an arsehole the entire time. A perfect example of this would be the concept of Hannah's truth. An example of Hannah's truth is when Zach drops a note that she wrote to him and it was really personal and she sees him discard it. Maybe that was more of a metaphor, but he never actually got rid of the note. He had it the entire time, which means Hannah's truth was wrong while simultaneously being right in her eyes. It's around that time that the series started dipping a bit for me. There's two paths that the series could have taken. What the series ended up doing was going down the path that Hannah's truth was absolute truth. Even if it was wrong, it was still right because she died, she's the victim, everyone else was in the wrong. However, I would have liked the series to go down another path, one where Hannah's truth is the wrong truth. Now before you think I'm blaming suicide entirely on the people who commit it, stop. Let me explain. I feel the way the series went justified suicide. It showed Hannah's life was terrible enough that she was in the right to kill herself. This was made even worse by the fact that by the end of it, pretty much all the characters agreed that they were responsible for Hannah's death. Now let's be honest, what Hannah did making those tapes, sending them round, like getting Tony to hold evidence for weeks, in reality that is a really fucked up thing to do. That is very sadistic and wrong. And the fact that the characters end up thinking that what Hannah did was okay, once again, it just feels like it's justifying suicide. So I would have liked it if the series went in a different direction and made some of Hannah's truth wrong. I mean, God, Clay was on those tapes because he respected her wishes and went away. Did you see the mental turmoil he went through because of that? And he still believes he's part of the reason she killed herself. The direction I wish the series went in was that some of Hannah's truth was wrong. I would have liked a couple of people to stand up and say, no, do you know what, that I am not a primary cause of this. Sure, I did some dickish things, but there's arseholes everywhere in the world. Like the fact that this series made all of those people agree that they were all a big part of this, made it seem like if you commit suicide and put the blame on several people, they will accept it. They will accept that it's their fault, ergo justifying it. They should have put more of a focus that Hannah was in a heightened emotional state. She wasn't thinking clearly, she was upset and definitely needed help, and that leaving it to chance to get help was wrong. I believe the people on those tapes and Hannah are all guilty to some extent. You can't just make Hannah the victim and make everyone else believe that she did nothing wrong. Because you know what happens? People who watch the show start believing that she did nothing wrong. Which again is not the case. Long video short, this series made no attempt to make Hannah's suicide wrong from anybody's perspective. Now before I end the video, I just want to say this is all my opinion. You know, I might have some things wrong. It's up for you to decide. I personally just didn't like how the characters developed through the series. However, there is a season 2 coming out, so maybe they'll touch upon this then. Because after all, they're just still kids and they're developing. They don't understand entirely how their actions affect other people. We might now get a more mature insight now that Mr. Portis has the tapes. To end this video, I'd just like to do the comment thing again. The previous 2 vlogs had fill in the blank comment questions. These are my favourite. Now there's a reason to comment. They actually go on the video, look at that. Amazing. So now I'd like you to answer a question in the comments. What do you want to see in season 2 of 13 Reasons Why? I told you what I want to see, so yeah.